Ahmed, they kept you waiting. Engineer Rashid is another point of concern for me. You've heard Harish Salve, Ahmed. Engineer Rashid is on charges of terror funding. He's in jail under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. This man should not even be allowed to come close to contesting the elections.
See, Arnab, here it's not a question of Amritpal Singh or the Rashid engineer alone. See, there are a lot many people who were said to have connections with the separatists, or they were, they believed in separatism. Once they joined the political parties and came close to the national mainstream, they were garlanded and welcomed. But here the problem is because they got elected. Had they not got elected, possibly this would not have been discussed. And since they got elected, that's why the questions arise. Otherwise, why should we be pessimistic
I'll go back to Harish Salve on that. The question is not about whether they got elected. I oppose their even contesting the elections. So my question to Harish Salve is, then we have to change the law. There have to be some charges under which you are not allowed to contest the election. I'm sorry, our democracy cannot be so woke. We can't become a woke country. It doesn't apply today, sir. Today will America allow Al-Qaeda's terrorists to fight from jail? So what are you talking about?
No. Point is, you tell me all those people who joined the mainstream politics,
who says mainstream?
Connection,
what defines mainstream politics? They are infiltrating my Lok Sabha. I don't trust them. Harish Salve, should there be a change in the law?
Even if some people
should there be a change in the law, Mr. Salve?
Or they
to disallow them from contesting. Mr. Salve, volume down please. Mr. Salve.
I agree, this needs for a change in the law, and one of the things which we were mooting earlier, Anna, because one is an extreme position saying if there is a charge framed against you, you cannot contest. Yeah. And there was an allegation that governments bring false cases and charges get framed. The other is the extreme position where we are today, that you could be in jail on the most serious charges.
Yeah.
And you still have a right to contest the election. Why can't we think, because we have to find practical solutions. Why can't we think of a law under which you classify certain offenses and you say if this person has these charges against him, he will not be allowed to contest unless the High Court grants him permission with an appeal to the Supreme Court. So you can have a court reviewing the charges, and if the court feels the charges are serious enough, the court can say, sorry, I will not give you permission.
Correct. It can't be a blanket approval. I'm totally with you on that. I really feel, having spoken to you, that a lot of viewers actually wrote that, Arnab, on republicworld.com, on Republic Digital, why don't you do a proper podcast with Harish Salve, looking at all aspects of security, challenges for the country from a legal dimension, as well as the possibility of foreign interference in our country. So I'm inviting you on air. My team will reach out to you. We'd like to do a podcast with you, sir, as soon as possible. I thank you all. This is a matter of great concern. The way I see it, ladies and gentlemen, and Harish Salve put it straight, is that national security is above all else. And freedom of expression, right to have an opinion, these words are thrown around so loosely that rights alone have taken precedence over duty. The decisions we make that affect our security, our national security, are just as accountable as the system that runs this nation. The Amritpal Singhs and Engineer Rashids are arm twisting the system by way of using its loopholes, and then they display this exploitation as some big heroic achievement. The youth watches this, the coming generations are watching. Ladies and gentlemen, if we as voters don't start to question the system as it stands today, then you and I are looking at a future wherein these faces will become normalized in our political landscape. And that's a very dangerous twist.